The Chinese national woman who contracted the coronavirus in Sri Lanka continues to be monitored by a panel of specialist doctors at the Institute of Infectious Diseases. This is a look at the unwavering national service rendered by the Institute of Infectious Diseases, with suspected cases of coronavirus infections being reported from Sri Lanka.
The Newsfirst team today visited the isolation unit of the Institute of Infectious Diseases. This is the first time since the coronavirus was detected in Sri Lanka that a media organization is touring the isolation unit of the Institute of Infectious Diseases. The isolation unit consists of several isolation rooms where patients suspected to have contracted coronavirus are being observed and treated. This includes the Chinese woman who was the first corona patient reported from Sri Lanka. The entire staff follows stringent safety procedures when dealing with the patients here. The doctors and staff at this isolation unit have worked tirelessly to provide all the necessary facilities to the patients that are being treated here.
I love you.
You mustn't be angry with me.
What do you think about Sri Lanka and about our hospital staff?
我觉得这里的护士特别好，医生特别好，像家人一样温暖和亲切。我特别感谢护士长，在我最无助的时候，他帮助我，他安慰我，他给我买了衣服和鞋子。可是我想回家了。
But I want to go home.
I know.
We were able to treat these patients without any issue because of the skill, dedication and work ethic of our staff. We were able to cure the only case of corona that was reported in Sri Lanka. Other patients had some fear when they visited the hospital for treatment. Certain companies that provided services at the hospital withdrew. The staff and the patients were isolated in the hospital. They were so dedicated that they did not have to be given orders or directions.
Against a background where the corona outbreak instilled such a fear even in well-developed countries where patients were isolated and treated with the help of robots, the services provided by the staff at the Institute of Infectious Diseases against all obstacles that were faced should be admired by the entire nation. Meanwhile, the global death toll from the coronavirus outbreak reached 910 and the total confirmed cases have increased to 40,171 as the World Health Organization's chief voiced concern over the spread of the disease from people with no travel history to China. The head of the World Health Organization has warned that confirmed cases of coronavirus being transmitted by people who have never traveled to China could be the tip of the iceberg. These remarks come as members of a WHO-led international expert mission flew to China today to help coordinate a response to the outbreak that has so far infected more than 40,000 people and killed 908 in the country. Meanwhile, the number of confirmed coronavirus cases on a quarantined cruise ship off Japan almost doubled, bringing to 136 the number of infections in the biggest outbreak outside of China. Meanwhile, China's ambassador to the US, Sri Lanka, dismissed suggestions the coronavirus originated from a military laboratory and was part of a biological warfare research and warned against such speculation.
Meanwhile, millions of people returned to work after the Chinese Lunar New Year break, which was extended from the 31st of January to curb the spread of the coronavirus. Newsfirst Senatha filed this report.
Now that the Chinese New Year is over, more and more Chinese workers employed in the construction field are coming back to Sri Lanka to report to work. Now the question that remains unanswered is how the Sri Lankan authorities will tackle this issue to stop the further spread of the coronavirus. I'm Senatha Senanayaka reporting for Newsfirst. There are roughly 7,000 Chinese nationals who are resident visa holders in Sri Lanka. However, this value does not reflect the true amount, as some of the Chinese laborers do not fall within this category. Nearly 30 to 40% of the workers on major Chinese projects in Sri Lanka are nationals of that country, while local companies too have started employing workers from China. While officially there are around 15,000 Chinese workers in the construction sector here, unofficially close to 100,000 are believed to be working here. Speaking to Newsfirst, CEO of the Colombo International Financial City, which employs approximately 600 to 700 Chinese nationals, said the impact felt by the construction industry in Sri Lanka over this issue is only temporary. He added the Chinese nationals employed in the construction industry will return to Sri Lanka and thereafter be quarantined for 14 days. He further said once they are clear, they will return to work and things will return to normalcy.